So I'm going to start the second half with this poem about D-Day. My partner's father, Charlie, was one of the, I think, 150 or 60,000 British troops who landed on the beaches at Normandy, which was 69 years ago on June the 6th, and this is D-Day anniversary. I wrote this actually at the time of the 60th anniversary. We lie in bed, listening to the radio, loving the silence when there is nothing left to say. On some beach there, some 60 summers past, your father rescued our tomorrows, our today. His heartbeat lies in my arms, his lovely Ruth, my lovely Ruth, our dearest comrade in arms. Later we toast his memory at the Morpeth Arms, with beer and sunshine, no false alarms. This is what peacetime means, your blessed gift to us, dear hero, Charles. During the first half, Penny was saying that things can get lost in translation. I think that applies to poetry also. This is a poem that was written originally 2,500 years ago by Ovid. It's part of Amores, and it's called Waiting for Karina. It's about two lovers who have a tryst on a summer's afternoon. And in 1583, Christopher Marlowe wrote a new version of it. And later on, somebody called Guy Lee wrote a new version for the swinging 60s in 1968. So this is time to bring it up to the 21st century with my version, Waiting for Karina. Waiting for Karina, that summer afternoon, window half open, casting a lazy light, like the hour after sunset, dawn's first kiss, the half-light shy girls need to hide their fears. So you came, Karina, fresh air in a short dress, waterfall of hair flecking the palest neck, lovely as all your lovers say, a princess stealing in. I lifted your dress, you wriggled fish-like, a slim brown trout torn between the river, your own desire. You paused, lovely beyond compare, naked, glistening, nipples granting me permission, breasts high above your brown stomach, tiny waist, old enough thighs. Why say more? You stepped toward me. Later we slept, where now such summers, where such sex. Yeah. This is a poem that I wrote after I heard that since 2009 more than 100 Tibetans have set fire to themselves, many of them young monks or nuns, in protest against the occupation of their land by China. Most of them have died from their injuries. It's called The Darkest Stars. A friend of mine who is Chinese has set it to music. He's not here tonight, so you'll just have the words. I wrote it for an occasion when we were having a poetry evening at his restaurant to celebrate the Chinese New Year. Through these flames we seek freedom, our immolated flesh singeing darkest stars. Our voices speaking, listeners recoil at this challenge to our rude imprisonment, the scorching of our precious soil, our exiled leaders' eloquent resistance. As a new year turns, spare a prayer for us, set it spinning on your wheel, understand our desperate plea, our reddening anger, our white-hot steel. It's not true that we're sponsored by Guinness, but I wish we were. I'm sure our thoughts are with Nelson Mandela and his family and all the people who love him. This is a poem I wrote on the day he was released from jail. It was my mother's 73rd birthday, and so it's called The Gift. On your 73rd birthday, they released Nelson Mandela. He was 2 years your junior. We had our coats on for lunch, but dallied, drawn to the televised jubilation. The uncertain figure walking out of jail, growing in stature as the warmth of release spread. Over lunch we raised glasses to the great man. The pub seemed cheerier, more spring-like in that moment. That evening we listened to him speak from a Cape Town balcony, the wonder of TV making his halting words clear, right here in your sitting room. You died 8 years ago, not living to see his 20th jubilee. You would have smiled to see it. Perhaps you were smiling in heaven. You would have said, they released him on my birthday. It was like an extra gift, a blessing on the day. Yeah. I think this poem, it's in the same collection I'm reading from, seems to be a partner to that poem. It's about Alexander Solzhenitsyn. He, when he was released from the Gulag, he made friends in Scotland, and he used to like to come to Scotland and go walking. So Solzhenitsyn in Scotland. Walking in the rain reminded him he was free. Walking now was freedom. Rain now was freedom. Then, walking meant walking to labour. Getting wet was life-threatening. No coat to shield malnourished skin. Only a righteous anger stoking a will to survive. Walking in the rain of Scotland. Not everyone's idea of a holiday. Some prefer sun-kissed beaches. A walk amongst the dripping heather removes one more brick from an enclosure round the heart. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to finish with this one, which is self-explanatory. It celebrates our lovely corner shops, and it mentions the Beano, so it's topical in the sense that Beano is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Hooray for the corner shop. Where else can you go to get the Beano and dandy and a whole lot more? A bottle of wine to make you feel fine, a jar of mustard, a tin of custard, a card for the birthday you forgot. If you're feeling peckish, the noodle that is hot. Hooray for the corner shop, for a biro and paper, for a DVD of some fine action caper. Browsing the shelves filled by studious elves, you find amazing new stuff. A plastic juice squeezer, avocado shampoo, matches and cotton, the superest glue, combs and thimbles, beanies in the winter, lotion for summer, a watch for a fiver. Life without your corner shop would just be a bummer. Hooray for the corner shop, long may it prosper. When you just want one, not 3 for 2, this is the retail outlet for you. Thank you very much. And now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Penny Faulkner back to the DODO stage.
Excuse me. One of the places where I work as a teacher is the Royal Marsden Hospital down in Sutton, which is